Let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez with the morning's news headlines. TGIF, Elizabeth.
Yes, TGIF. Happy Friday, ladies. Good morning to you at home. Closing arguments are set for today in the Levi Chavez murder trial. The ex-APD cop is accused of killing his wife, Tara, in 2007, then attempting to make it look like a suicide. After a month of testimony from both sides started wrapping things up yesterday. The final witness recalled to the stand was Joseph Cordova, Tara's dad, testifying for the prosecution. The state called him back to the stand to contradict some of Levi's testimony from Wednesday. Among other things, Levi said that he had wanted to get rid of a cabinet that had been hand-painted by Tara, where the gun was kept that killed her. Now, he said that he had asked Tara's parents to take it, but the father says that's not the case.
I didn't want it. I was like, well, if they don't want it, why should I'm going to go throw it in the dump? And me and my dad went through in the dump.
I would have been there in a heartbeat. Those were two pieces that her and I did right before her death, right before she moved into that home.
Things are certainly getting interesting. Each side has 3 hours for closing arguments before the jury gets the case. I want to remind you, you can watch the trial live on our website at krqe.com. A young man who lives at Lobo Village could be in a lot of trouble because of what police say he may have been cooking up in his apartment. Someone house sitting at UNM's Lobo Village called police Wednesday night saying he had found a bunch of chemicals in the kitchen and bedroom. Well, police say the guy who lived there used to go to UNM. They say he admitted the chemicals were his and that he wanted to cook up some sort of a psychedelic drug that he found online. Police are testing out the chemicals to figure out exactly what he was cooking up. The young man could face drug charges. A man is in jail in Santa Fe this morning after being arrested for, get this, the 10th time on DWI charges. Yes, this is Frank Seymour. Santa Fe police arrested him Wednesday after getting a call about a drunk driver. They say Seymour failed a field sobriety and breathalyzer test. This man now needs to come up with about $20,000 cash to bond out of jail. Today is your last chance to say goodbye to Lonesome Dave Cargo. He is the maverick who became the state's youngest governor back in 1966 when he was just 37 years old.
It's definitely mixed feelings of sadness, but also happiness and joy.
Governor Cargo's body was lying in state at the Capitol Rotunda in Santa Fe yesterday. Family, friends, former governors all talked about their memories of Cargo. He was elected back in 1966 and served 2 terms. Cargo had a stroke a couple of years ago. He died last week at an Albuquerque nursing home. He was 84 years old. By the way, a funeral mass is being held this morning at St. Francis Basilica at 10 a.m. He will then be buried at the Santa Fe National Cemetery. That wraps it up for your Friday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt, Kristen, and myself every weekday morning on KRQE News 13 beginning at 4:30 a.m. All right, ladies, going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.